Cameron Carlson with AnimeLocation.tv. I have a wonderful friend of mine, Mr. Scott Freeman. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
And he also has a lovely mustache for everyone to admire.
I've been working on it for quite some time.
And so it's only been about a year since we got to last see you. It was at Matsuricon last year. How have things been going for you?
Pretty well. The projects I couldn't talk about last time have developed quite nicely. So I think it was I was working on Fractal and the show C, Control, and I couldn't say anything about it, but those were two very exciting shows for me to work on. In particular, Fractal. I really thought Fractal was like just such a well done anime. It was like watching a really, really long movie. It wasn't like a series, so I really felt close with that one.
Okay. And now it's been announced that you're going to be in Borderlands 2. How does it feel to, how does the feeling getting to play alongside some of your best friends in that game?
It's great. Just being in a video game is always cool. Being in Borderlands is cooler because that game sucked up so much of my time. I didn't know it was going to do that until I started playing it. And so I was so excited for the second one to come out. And then when I was doing voices for it, you can imagine the level of my excitement now. So I'm in a conundrum because I want to play Borderlands 2, but I also am going to need some form of income, which means I'm going to have to leave the house at some point. I'm not sure how I'm going to work that out, but I'll figure it out when I get there, I guess.
Okay. And last year we had a charity auction here at Matsuricon, which you, Sonny Strait, and Micah Solisad worked on a comic. What was it like to know that that piece went for quite a nice amount of money, and how was it like knowing that it was going to go for a good cause?
Fantastic. It was really cool just being a part of two other really awesome artists' work, because Sonny Strait is legendary pretty much when it comes to just everything he does. And Micah is extremely talented, very, very awesome artist. His style is unmatched as far as you know. He gets those fine details down when it comes to that genre that he does, and it's really, really awesome to see that. And just to have my art kind of placed near theirs was like, oh, that's so cool. I know it's not as good as theirs, but whatever.
Okay. And the show Fairy Tale has become quite popular. What's it like working on that amazing show?
Man, that was the part that I did. The character I did, Bixlow, for that show, was one of the funniest recording sessions I've ever done, because I recorded for his character as well as his dolls. He had like sort of dolls that float around. He controlled like souls, and he would put them into objects. So those got pitched way up, and instead of actually recording the lines and then pitching up later, they went ahead and they did like the live effects on it. So as I'm saying the lines, it's like pitched up, so it sounds like a weird little, mutant midget character. And so it was really, really hard to maintain my composure while doing those lines, because just hearing it as I'm saying it, sounding like that, it was just too funny.
Okay. And we mentioned in our last interview that you play guitar. Is there potential for fans to see you do that on stage or an album?
Yeah, we'll see about that. I don't know. I do still pick up my guitar every now and then. Usually it's the acoustics. So I do, some milder type of stuff. It's definitely not the stuff that I used to do or write. But we'll see. I mean, I may decide to get a little more serious about it at some point. But as for now, I don't really have any plans for that.
Okay. Now, you're also on the show Yamada's First Time. Has taken some heat for its content. How do you and the fellow actors kind of respond to that?
Has it really taken heat?
Well, Alexis was talking about a few people, unfortunately, were saying some negative comments about the show that were really got under her. So I don't know if you had the same effects about that.
It's not as bad as people are going to try to make it out to be. I mean, if somebody were to explain well, that's happening. If somebody were to explain the premise of the show, it does sound pretty terrible. But it's a little bit more innocent than that. It's lighthearted. It's very funny. I don't really see anything wrong with it. I mean, it's it is what it is. You know, it's just a comedy. It's pretty lighthearted. It's not intense or serious. You know, it's meant to be taken as kind of a joke. The whole thing is just, you know, it's very lighthearted.
Okay. And now this is a return trip for you back to Matsuricon. How's it like to be invited back here to Matsuricon in Ohio?
Awesome. I love being here. This is my 3rd year here, and I'm honored, as always. So, I mean, they treat us really well here. The fans and the kids and everybody around here, they're all really, really great. So I'll come here forever.
All right. And now, is there any projects you can talk about that we didn't cover already that you want fans to know about?
Like last year, there are some projects. Can't talk about them, but next year you'll know about them.
All righty. And is there any way for fans to keep up with you on the net, you know, via Facebook, Twitter, email, anything like that?
They can check out my Facebook if they want. I'm pretty open about it. You know, I'll friend pretty much anybody, but it may take a couple of weeks or so. Sometimes I forget that I have the Facebook, and so, you know, I don't know. I try to log in every now and then just to try to keep up with stuff. But there is a page on there. It's Freeman Fighters, and this is like a little group that's decided to support me, which is really cool. And if you want to like or join whatever Freeman Fighters, that would be really cool. It's a good way to show your support. So, yeah, you could do that.
All right, well, thanks so much for coming out here talking with us. Thanks so much.
Good to see you again.